Hello, and welcome to the newest episode of my think tank. This this time I'm kind of doing it from my favorite bench in the park. It's a very yellow bench, and spring is advancing. As hardly anything is going to stop it now. I even seen some yellow flowers in the grass. Don't remember what exactly is the name of those flowers, but very yellow. Sorry. So what to talk about? Yes, international situation keeps on intensifying. What could you say? As long as you are alive, you are able to watch it and follow it. Once you're not alive anymore, it will be hardly be relevant for you anymore. You'll be kind of talking to St. Peter or some other guy on the other on cloud. Not the cloud where Amazon is sending you stuff you're buying. It's those real clouds that you could see in the back, those white thingies. There's a real man sitting in one of those that wants you to behave. And if you do not, he's going to put you in a place where you're going to scream and anguish and suffer forever and ever. But he loves you. He loves you, and he's all powerful, all knowing. He could do anything, everything exists through it. He just can't handle money. He always needs some money. That's the only trouble with that guy. Yeah. Okay, this isn't kind of my It looks like there was some. I have to adjust the tripod now. Okay. This was actually from that late stand-up comedian who I like very much. And he has also the one about 5 things you cannot say on TV. How does that go? Gosh, I have to see it again. Tits, dick, fuck, and there are 2 more. I can't remember. Anyway, you can't say that on TV. Okay. The thing is with having lots of small items that you keep kind of using for this and for that, like a cell phone, then this microphone, then receiver, then a tripod, then backpack, then glasses, then you have sunglasses that go on top. I just couldn't find those sunglasses. They're somewhere, but there is so much stuff. It's impossible to keep it organized. So Just go to the store, to a store, and buy another one, another pair. Well, that's why you give them money, so they are organized, and you don't have to be. You know, that's the cost of living, cost of doing business. Recently, I bought some spare parts for my motorbike, and then I figured out once those arrived that I don't actually need them. Wanted to send them back, but the response was, "Oh, sorry, oops, sorry." So I have to sell it on a free market now. Anyway, just to get rid of it and get that space back and reduce the amount of stuff. Clutter. Yeah. Some things I learned in English, but now I'm at the age where I'm forgetting stuff, and especially difficult when you try to remember, when you're forgetting language that you never fully learned. So you kind of find yourself in a kind of spot where you start thinking, is that something I know, or I knew, or I didn't? Question mark. Should I look it up, or I will remember after some time? Yeah. Funny stuff. Anyway, but as they say, here we are. It is what it is, and it will be whatever will be. So go figure out. Oh, hello. There's a little chipmunk over there. Let me kind of record this for you. It's a very chipmunky chipmunk. You see it? Right there. It has found something, and it's eating it with its little hands. And its friend is over there. So those two chipmunkies. Huh? And there's a third one behind that tree over there. Behind the tree in the middle. Oh wow. It's a wild party. They are kind of hanging around. Cool. That one is eating. It's not on a diet. It was on a diet during the winter. When it was the snow, he couldn't figure out where all those acorns he actually buried are. But now there's no more snow, and he's finding it. Well, he's not exactly sure who buried the acorn, but as long as he finds it, that's good enough. Okay. So okay, let's go back to a yellow bench. International situation. Well, beside those chipmunks, people in the world are doing many, many funny things. Good things, bad things, living, dying. People are people. People are really funny. Human is a funny animal. Funny. He's trying to improve. Then one day he says, "This is so boring," and then he destroys all of it and starts all over again. At least that's how it looks to me. It's a funny animal. I mean, it is something really tied into whole essence of the universe, where you have universe that keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. Until when? Well, we'll never know, because universe is much bigger than us, and we are just little chipmunks on this planet that we are not going to be existing much longer. I mean, maybe a couple thousand years, 10,000, 100,000, million years, even that. But sooner or later, something will happen, and that was it, the end. So, what? Does anything really matters? No. So what should we do about it? Whatever we like. Oh, you do whatever you like. I'm already doing whatever I like. But I'm still kind of tied by these strings of destiny. You are my density. You are what you are, density to me. So you're not fully free to do whatever you like. There are many limits: physical, emotional, social, economical. Universe is a limit. How about our mind? Is our mind limited? Well, we could think of many things that are actually beyond our capacity of creating, bringing it to existence. But I bet there's even much more things we could not even think of. I bet there is much more things that do exist and we're not even aware of it. You know that, for example, that interesting thing about those tapeworms, that it's a kind of type of life form that exists in a deep sea next to warm, next to places where warm magma is actually breaking out into ocean, and that's the place where they actually pull in the energy from life, because they could not get the energy from sun as the rest of carbon-based life on Earth. And all of life that exists, carbon-based life that exists on Earth, actually bases its existence in certain chemical reaction that's identical to everyone. I could not exactly remember chemistry right now, but if you look it up, if you look it up about tapeworms, tapeworms, you'll find amazing. They are completely different. Internal chemistry for living is completely different than all of life that exists on the surface of this planet. So it doesn't have to be like this. It could be different as long as there is energy. As long there's an energy to be channeled, and then that mean of channeling the energy is something we might call life, that control of energy. Now, even us are making machines that are controlling energy, or we actually are making them work in a very controllable manner to control processes that we want to make something for us. That's called automation. And there's industrial automation, there are other automation as well. Like internet is now trying to create artificial intelligence. That's actually also, it's not intelligence really, it's just a hype. That's just automation of going through a lot of data and presenting it in a manner that is useful for a person who is looking for certain data. Much, much better than ordinary internet search. It is a really seismic shift. I started recently using DeepSeek and then also by Microsoft Copilot. Those are fantastic tools that could actually give you very concise answers to questions internet search could not give you. And you have to kind of dig and dig and dig and go through many, many different sources to come up with what they cannot concisely prepare for you in a minute or so. I like it a lot. It helped me fill out my tax without paying a paid preparer. Well, that's something. And it's also a very strong learning tool. If you do not understand something and you want to learn it, learn how that works, earlier you would have to kind of to come to a straight answer to a question you have. You would have to dig through tons of literature, and now you just have to ask specific enough question and you get a kind of very narrow, extracted, specific answer. Beautiful. You could really definitely clarify many misconceptions you might have about things. And people are like that. People, when they do not understand things, they are coming up with stories. Like we all learned about Greek mythology. What's Greek mythology? It just invented stories of things people, not Greeks, Hellenes did not really knew how they work. So they came up with those stories, invented stories to have kind of certain rational way of explaining things. Because they couldn't be, they really didn't like that the idea that they have a question about something, that they see something but they don't know how that works. But at that time it was difficult to figure things out, so they invented answers. And now we are learning about Prometheus and things. Actually, it's completely irrelevant. But okay, from a cultural point of view, you could, say that now you know how people long time ago thought about things. And that's only history. That's only things we could know because it is written and we could read about it. And there is so much more past that hasn't been written. I remember as a kid, I liked reading a lot, and some books that fascinated me a lot was like, I think the book title was The Mammoth Hunters. It was describing tribe of people living in a time of mammoths and where they actually hunt mammoth and how they live, and everything was so exotic. I just couldn't let it go. Yeah. Something new, something different, something that actually excites your brain. So, yeah. Right. I think that would be enough for this episode. Thank you for your attention about my ramblings, please like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.